What's going on, Facebook? How's everybody doing today? This means we are 4 for 4 on Facebook Lives at the at-home office. How sweet is that? So tonight and today I have been working on a little project here, and I have had a little assistant helping me with the project. Who would you guys guess is helping me with the project? What's up, Jerry? How are you? What's up, Charles? What's up, Maxine? So, a lot of you just joined. Working on a little project here. 4 for 4, by the way. And 4 nights in a row for Facebook Live. I'm working on a little school project, and I have a little helper in here with me. Who would you guys guess that is? What's up, Cindy? What's up, Virginia? What's up, Pamela? Who is the secret helper? And no, it's not Bling. What's up, Ashley? How are you? No mask, no mask. What's up, Wanda? Jerry, you're all over it. So, back here behind me, there's Jackson. Jackson's embarrassed of the camera. It's okay, though. I used to be as well. Jackson, show him your hand. That's pretty sweet, isn't it? So, Jackson, in his baseball game this weekend, broke his finger, so he's got the nice cast on right now. Jackson, they're all saying hi.
Hi.
You want to do the Facebook Live?
No.
No? You sure? And check this out. Hold on, let's show them your tooth. We have a missing tooth. So, the other day we told Jackson we were going to have to... His tooth was almost completely out. And we told him we were going to take him to the dentist in the morning. The dentist was going to... How many shots do you have to get? 5 shots to pull a tooth, right? 5 shots, and then they put a pair of pliers in there and yank it out, right? So, we got scared enough of the dentist that he got brave and let Daddy go in there and yank that tooth out. So, we got the tooth yanked out, we broke the finger, we're a mess right now. But, we're working on a project, so, Mom just made us some milkshakes, which is always a good thing. And, check this out. So, I just wanted to show you. Now, the downfall to this is I get to do a lot of this project because of a broken arm right there, or a broken hand. So the project we're doing is on when do you have to be, Albert? Next week? Next week. Next week, Jackson has to be Albert Einstein. So we couldn't send him with a poster board that just has writing on it with colored crayons and everything else, because that wouldn't look good. We had to make it a little bit better. So we ordered him a Albert Einstein outfit. And then, of course, we're going to make it look a whole lot better with some heat transfer vinyl. And we're going to get Albert on there and some different logos and stuff. And then we are in the process right now. Jackson, you want to hold up your poster board so far? Of making our poster board. So you can see the poster board we got working here. Let me flip it around so it's not all mirrored for you guys. There you go. So you can see our poster board that we've started. We actually went on and he helped me get an image of Albert. And in the design wizard, we got to make a silhouette of it. So I just used my black sign vinyl for the silhouette right there. Of course, name, they have to put when they were born and when they passed, if they have passed. We're working on the formula right now. And then we have 5 interesting facts that we're getting down over here. So, it's going to be a pretty sweet little project. You want to stay up with that poster board hiding me the whole time? Probably. So, what I'm doing now, I'm going to come over here to our new weeding station, and I'm going to weed some vinyl right here. And Jackson's going to hook me up and give me even some extra lighting here to be able to see it a little bit more. So with my FTC sign vinyl here, I actually used our vinyl overcut feature. So as I weed this out right here, you can see I'm not even really paying attention, and I'm pulling this out pretty quickly here. And this is sign vinyl, which is normally a lot more difficult to weed, all right? So I just pulled that whole sentence out, all of these small little areas, the small little commas there and everything, with one pull. Very simple, very easy, and that is a perfect weed right there. Pretty nice, huh? And then what I'm going to do with my pick tool here, I got my light box that we made the other night. Jackson's helping me with a little bit of extra lighting here, and just to be able to see these cut lines easy. And you can see how small these tiny little areas are, but with our GraphTech CE6040, the 15-inch version that I used here, it's going to cut these perfect basically every time. So one other thing I wanted to let you guys know, and Jackson, hey, why don't you go down and get your milkshake from Mama so it doesn't melt, okay? Hey, hold on. Say bye to everybody.
Bye.
All right. So I'm going to continue weeding this here, and I can't see the questions right now, so give me a minute, let me weed this, and then I'll pop back over there and answer some questions, because these are some real small little inside cavities here on this impact font. And it's hard enough to see it. The light box definitely helps with the process, but still with these tiny little areas. What's really nice is having a pick tool like our pick tools that we have on the website that are real sharp. The downfall to them is they will stab you in the finger, but the upside is you can actually pick into the vinyl and pull it up a lot easier. Some pick tools out there that aren't very sharp, the issue with them is you can't really get down into that vinyl and pick these small areas out like this. So that looks beautiful there. Okay, now I can see some questions here. So flip around here so I can answer some questions that are coming in with you guys. Yes, I mean, this thing will stab you through the finger. It's pretty sharp, okay? But you need that in order to it be an effective pick tool, all right? So I'm just going to weed off my excess here. And I don't know, how many of you guys are like me? How many of you guys are like me as far as even when your kids are doing a school project, it can't just be something standard or with a crayon. Now, the one thing I do is I make sure that if we do something like this, I know they don't know how to do all of it, but they help me with it. So even if they're not, like, obviously for him right now, normally he would be weeding the vinyl and he would be applying the application tape and stuff. And yeah, we screw up a couple, but he's learning how to do it. And obviously with the broken hand and the cast right now, he can't really do a whole lot of it. So I'll show you my little trick as far as when it comes to, let me see if I can kind of get this up here a little bit so we can point it down so you can see it. We always have to take it up a notch, right? So with this here, here's what my little trick I do with the application tape, okay? I like to take it out this way and get it the full length of the material there, upside down, okay? And when it's upside down like that, then I can trim off the edge, set my app tape down there on the bottom, pull this off here, and then I kind of hold it like a U right here and drop it down on. And now I don't have missed the counter in the E and the, where am I missing? Hold on. Oh, Yes. Look at you guys helping me. I'll see. What's nice, and again, I don't really pay quite attention to that quite as much with sign vinyl, because the great thing about sign vinyl is once I apply it, I can pick out that area if I see it later. Heat transfer vinyl, I'm much more particular with, because once we press that, we can't pull out that E, right? But thank you for letting me know, because now I won't miss that. I didn't have a squeegee at home, so I'm actually using my E6000 here as a squeegee. So again, way to save money. There you go. This is my squeegee for the night. Looking all good there. And now I'm going to pull up my app tape here and trim around my edges. So I'm just going to flip it over here and trim away my excess. So let's go ahead and trim this down here. That's trash. Let's trim this off the edge here. And what I'm doing now is, this part he had to do 5 interesting facts around or about their person. So they wanted it colorful, so we did 5. Jackson wanted to do 5 different colors for each line. And then there would have been a much easier way to do this job, because it's 5 different colors, and I could have done registration marks and done the whole thing at the same time. However, I would have wasted a ton of vinyl, okay? So I know it's going to take a little bit longer doing it the way I'm about to do it, but because I'm going to get it set up here so you guys can see as well. But because it's a one-time job here, that's why I'm doing it this way, okay? What app tape is it? It's a medium tack, and it's our clear R tape, okay? All right, so this right here is his tie. So what I'm going to do with this tie right here is just get this lined up right here on the bottom. Look around my edge there, and that right there looks beautiful. So I'm going to drop his tie down right there. Pull up from my edge. And now his tie is good, right? Easy enough. Now is where it gets a little bit harder, okay? So when I'm doing this part of it, I have to get all of these different lines lined up perfectly. So, and I have my E equals M squared. That looks good there. I still need to do my orange cut. So let's actually, while I'm working on this, let's come over here and get our orange cutting. So, got my computer here, and got my cutter set up. I'm going to go ahead and send this to Cutting Master 3. So, has it sending to Cutting Master 3. I have my orange sign vinyl loaded into my vinyl cutter there. All looks good. Now, I'm cutting it with a force of 8 and a speed of 22, okay? So, force of 8, speed of 22, and my cut is now started. So, now that we got our cut started, let's move back on over here to our poster board. We did do a video. Yeah, I did a Facebook Live the other day on the light box and all the different things that I used with it. Yep, I actually still have not even glued it together yet. Hence, the E6000 still in the packaging here. All right, so what I need to do is my E right here, E equals M squared. And I'll show you what the board's actually going to look like on the computer here, just so you guys can get an idea. So, if I come over here to Corel, That's what we're going to look like right there. That's our finished product. Hopefully it's going to look pretty similar to that. Okay? Which I think it will. And it's going to look a whole lot better than throwing some crayons on there, right? And so will his, once we get his outfit done too, that's going to look sweet. So with my E here, I can see that the E is right around the equal sign, so I'm going to peel this off. And I just want to line it up as good as I can to where it's straight lines going across. And let's go ahead and get this right here. I would say that's looking pretty good. I'm completely eyeballing this, okay? Nothing special about what I'm doing here. Just eyeballing that. And that looks pretty good. So, just going to rub over it with my hand there. That's enough to be able to make it stay on. And boom. There we go. So, we got all of our formula other than our squared right here. And the orange just finished up. Alright, so let's come over here. Let's grab our orange off of the cutter here. Got that off. Let's bring this over here. Let's see if I can wrap this around the heat press here. These little devices are pretty sweet. There we go. Look at that. Oh, almost. Let's see. It's almost like it's a little bit too light, but it's just the orange showing through. So, let's find my cut lines in here. I can see my cut lines right there. I'm going to trim around it real quick because I can see them good. Looks good there. And let's trim down here. And we got our orange here. So let's go ahead and get this cut. Or, sorry, get it weeded, actually. There's our weed box around. And I guess, with Jackson only having basically one hand right now, what we can do is he can clean up the mess, right? That seems pretty fair. Look how easy that was to weed right there. Oh, can you guys see it? Is it too bright right there? I'll bring it down so you can see it. Sorry. Look how easy that weeded right there, right? Now let's get our inside cavities here. Try not to miss another one of the letters. Everybody here, real quickly, does everybody here know about the, of course we need to do our share real quick. Let's get our likes and shares out of the way. But does everybody here know about the little challenge that we're doing right now on Facebook? So we got a little challenge that we're doing for Cinco de Mayo tomorrow. And it ends at midnight tonight. Which means we need to get on it because we're close. But where we're really hurting right now is the comments. So those of you who don't know about it, what we're doing is we're going to do a sale for Cinco de Mayo tomorrow. We're going to do a sale on Magic Flock. We're going to do a sale on design downloads, on artwork packs, on foil, and on the Easy Weed adhesive. Okay, so what we're going to do with that sale is we are going to allow you guys to basically decide how big of a sale we're going to do. And what I mean by that, if you go to our Facebook page, you are going to see, a post on there, okay? And you're going to want to like it, you're going to want to comment, you're going to want to share. If we hit the full amount of each of them, all right? If we hit the full amount of each of them, then guess what? You guys will get 20% off Magic Flock. You'll get 20% off Easy Weed adhesive, 20% off foil, and 60% off all download design files, artwork packs, and True Type fonts for Cinco de Mayo. Now, if we don't get high enough, then the percentages are just a little bit less. So, all really depends on how big of a sale you guys want. And I know we're getting pretty close. We are getting pretty close on a lot of them. So, I think we can get it done. And we got until midnight tonight. What do you guys think? You guys think it's possible? I think we were at about... before I started here, we were well over half for the... Where we were actually lagging the most, that I was surprised, was the comments. Comments are the easiest of all of them, because technically, if you wanted to, you guys can make multiple comments, right? So, comments should be the easiest. Last thing we want to do is let the comments hold us back. Alright, so I'm going to trim this down. All good there. Trim this down this line here. All good there. We got our squared. And we should have basically everything we need now to get this guy finished up. Now it's just a matter of getting it precise and making sure they all line up nicely. Liked it, commented, and shared. Awesome, Deborah. How are you, Deborah? Lisa, you're sharing now? Thank you, Lisa. Alright. So, what I need to do, I'm going to kind of lay it out here for me. I got a 1, I got a 2, I got a 3, I got a 4, I got a 5. I got all of that there, and then I have my squared up here. So I say we're going to go ahead and knock out the squared part first. That's going to be the easiest. No Chewy mask tonight. Man, that thing was hot wearing that thing today. Pretty cool, though. Alright. Go ahead and peel this off. We got the squared right up near the top of the C. So right about there is, it looks like where it should be. Make sure it's pretty much lined up with the other stuff going across there, which looks nice right there. Push it down a little bit. Pull that up. And boom. That looks sweet. Right? Now I need to figure out this part. So, I think the easiest way to do this part, because I have the black one set as kind of my template there, is to start out with this one going across, and then work my way down. Okay? So, what I want to do to make sure I get that right is, I want to trim out this top part pretty close to the edge there. And I'll show you kind of the way I like to do sign vinyl, okay? And it makes it a little bit easier. So, I'm trimming this area out here, just so it doesn't overlap with that. So, when I like to do sign vinyl, let me scoot it over here just so you guys can see it a little bit better. I like to find and kind of cut off a little area, because I don't want to try to apply this whole thing at the exact same time, right? Because it might go a little bit off, or if it sticks there, it's going to mess everything up. So what I like to do is just peel off a little bit of this edge here. So watch. Let me just peel off this edge just a tiny bit here, right? And I'm going to trim off my carrier sheet. So all I did was expose a little bit of my application tape. Now I can move this all around to wherever I want. I'm going to look at my screen here. I'm pretty close to the, or I want to be pretty close to the edge. So looking at that, and I'm going to say, you know what? This right here, kind of like the shirt, that right there looks pretty good. Okay? So I'm good with, again, I'm good with pretty good. So if that looks pretty good, we are going to go ahead and lock that down. So I just laid this part down here, right? And now what I'm going to do is, if I grab my squeegee slash E6000 here, I can grab this edge, pull this up, and now I'll slowly work this down. And then I won't get any bubbles or anything through it. And we should be good to go. Now I can pull from this edge here. And that looks beautiful. Pretty easy, right? What's up, Sheila? How are you? So, pretty easy way to do that, to get no bubbles and to make it so you aren't going to touch an edge of it and then screw it up. All right? So now what I need to do is I need to get each of the other ones in here. Now with these, because it's just a single path or a single row of text like this one I have no problem trying to eyeball it. What's the difference between sign vinyl and Oracal 650? Same thing. They're both going to be a sign vinyl, so you're good with either one of those. So this one, just make sure everything's lined up pretty good. I'm going to look at that and I'm going to say, you know what? That right there is pretty good, so I'm going to drop it down. And pretty good there. Go ahead and drop that down. Just put a little bit of pressure on it to make sure that it sticks good. And we got our blue there. Now I'm coming with number 2. Thank you, Barney. Let's go ahead and pull off the second one. Get my 2 lined up with my 1, and I'm just basically splitting the difference, right? My 1, 2, and 3, splitting the difference between the 3 of them, making sure everything lines up pretty good. That looks pretty awesome right there, and let's call it a day right there. So, same thing, a little bit of pressure on it, make sure that stays there, slowly peel it off. Boom. 1, 2, 3. Looking good, isn't it? Number 4. Grab this guy right here. This one I didn't go over yet with my my E6000 squeegee. So let me squeegee it on real quick. Make sure it sticks to our app tape good. Go ahead and peel that guy off. That looks awesome. And we got number 4. So number 4 is going to go right here. Kind of split the difference. Make sure it lines up pretty good, which that's lining up pretty good there, I think. And let's drop that down. Same thing. E6000 squeegee. Looking good there. And let's slowly peel this guy up. Beautiful. We need to check out the Rhinestone World sign vinyl. I bet they have colors. We do have a lot of different colors. And what we really have, we have some awesome, awesome glitter colors. Our glitter sign vinyl is awesome. Okay? So that's one that we have that a lot of people really like. And a lot of different colors in it as well. And then our last one here is